medical study on the effects of marijuana use confirms that everyone knows you're high and that you'll most likely never stop feeling like this.
Your parents know you're high. Your friends know you're high. Strangers on the street know you're high.
Welcome to Everyone Knows You're High. Hosted by Uncle Kalei.
You're gonna never come back, you know, all that stupid shit.
And Uncle Erik.
If I could retreat away.
Yeah, you should definitely try that.
This is forever. This is the new reality.
Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
Fucking roll. What's up, beautiful people out there in YouTube world? Welcome to another episode of Everyone Knows You're High, starring the Grow Guru.
What's up, guys?
And myself, Erik. This week, our guest, special guest, musician, Kapu.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
coming.
Thank you for jamming earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll cut that shit up and fucking edit that, dude.
Man, that was awesome.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Is this your first podcast ever?
Yeah.
Right on.
I guess I fucked around the old house I lived in, and some of my roommates during the beginning of the thing that happened. We just decided to make a podcast.
Oh, yeah, what was it called? Did you guys
Any kind? I think we called it Any Kind.
Did you guys post it up on SoundCloud or Spotify or one of these streaming services?
I think they put it on YouTube. I have to check. But it's so stupid, I don't even want people to watch it.
Well, guess what? People are going to look for it now.
Yeah.
And you're a musician, guitar, what else?
Everything, huh?
I play guitar, bass, and piano
Yeah.
a little bit, and then I can kind of do some drums, but
Nice.
ukulele, right?
Were you trained or were you self-taught?
Kind of both.
Yeah.
Well, I guess first I should say my grandma. A lot of it I get from her because she sang professionally for a long time, and she sang with the Royal Hawaiian Band.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
She has an entry in the. She has an entry in the Queen Songbook.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because for the song Sonoy.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that song
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, so our relative, I don't know the details of it.
Yeah.
Shame on me for not knowing, but yeah, she contributed part of the meaning of the song and stuff to the book.
So you come from a family of...
Musicians.
Yeah, she has a little excerpt.
So what did you learn first, guitar or ukulele? Or piano?
My first instrument, I would say, would be the metal pots and pans. I remember making drum kits out of them since I was little, It was just I did it instinctually. So that's why I feel like I'm kind of self-taught. But then I would go and listen to my grandma sing.
Yeah.
And then, I would fall asleep listening to her sing, Hawaiian music,
Right.
And I'm just oh, the good old days.
Yeah.
The good old days.
So your grandma's your main inspiration to your music?
She was my main teacher, just being her. So I absorbed that knowledge, I feel. And then my mom was also kind of musical too. Well, she is very musical. And so I just got it like in the blood, I feel. But then, does that sound cocky? I don't know.
Nah, no, that's how usually it is. Like, talented people usually have other talented people in their generational past and shit. You know what I mean?
True. I agree. That's like.
Oh, who's that?
common
Who's that
nowadays.
talking over there?
Turtle Doves is
Whoa.
back on the.
Hey, welcome back,
back.
buddy. Where the fuck have you been?
Hilo actually with all the local
Yeah, but
musicians that we know at the Mary Monarch Festival.
Hey, congratulations, you guys, and to your hula brothers as well, my friend.
So seeing families going there and playing, growing up in that sort of setting, totally understand.
Yeah.
Can relate, bruh. And everybody knows everybody. It's the craziest part. We're all
Yeah.
Small music community.
Yeah, Turtle Doves back.
And Bud Naked over there, switching it up on the cameras. Fast switch. 1, 2, 3.
Using our new
3, 2, 1.
FX machine.
2, 1, 3.
Oh,
3, 2, 1.
whoa.
1, 2, 3. Nah. But fuck, say sorry. What now?
Oh, fuck.
But fucking. No, No, but like when
Welcome
did you
back,
like,
everybody.
when did you like seriously want to like, okay, I'm gonna like play music? Decide or like start picking it up to like with intention of like, you know.
I feel like I've always kind of just been into it, loved it, like ever since I can remember, honestly.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it was like levels of intensity, I guess, like or like realization when I
Right.
come to realize more about the craft, and it just grows and grows and grows, and that's what I love about it. Yeah, sorry,
No.
but I forgot. What did you ask me?
I don't even remember.
About the
How
lineage.
old were you when you first like wanted to do it? But you said it's since forever. So
He answered
You
it.
answered. You answered.
Yeah,
Which brings us up to our.
It's like our super highest episode so far. Way early, bro. We just started. How long have we been going? Like 2 hours?
That's right. That's it's not.
I'm not counting time.
No, yeah.
So everyone knows you're high. When was the first time you got high?
There it is.
We have to ask everybody this. by the way.
Yeah. I came prepared with this. So
Got you. Yes.
you want to hear the first time I smoked and then the first time I got high?
Okay, so
But-
two different
But
occasions.
funny story is they were both in the same place, general area.
Okay.
I'm
He
good
ran
right
it
now. I'm
back.
good right now. It's a certain area across the mall,
Across a mall.
beach park.
Okay. Let's narrow it down.
That's all I'll say about that. The first time it was like after school,
Killer.
high school. Like I just caught the bus there and smoked with my friends, and I was like, I don't feel high, but then we were running into the bushes in the middle, like
You were doing high shit.
yeah. Like in the median or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, in the mid between the two lanes going to
On that
opposite
one
ways.
main boulevard.
Yes, on the one main boulevard, and
Okay.
we're just running, and then we're like hiding in the bushes. We're like, "Oh, what's going on?" And we're just tweaking out. It's so funny.
Yeah, I would venture to say you guys are probably high.
Imagine at the stoplight and you're watching that shit like, oh my god, roll up your fucking windows. There's kids hiding in the bushes. Oh my god.
So it was the first
And so
time-
you weren't high.
I don't know. Still to this day, I do not know.
could be that you were. I'm gonna. Yeah. So then, when was the first time you thought like the next time when you
Then
smoked and you got high?
When I really got high, it was after I went to a rave, but it didn't do anything. It
Okay.
didn't do anything. Because I was still like, oh, what's all this? And then I remember my friends, they did some. And then I remember there was this one guy, he had one of those old Blackberries, and he was just in the corner, like
Touching the
feeling
numbers?
And I was like, this is fucking hilarious, but it's also kind of weird.
Right.
So we're like, okay, let's go. And my friend said, oh, I snuck some buds in my cigarette pack.
Okay.
Let's go to the beach park and we'll smoke it. And so we smoked there and we're just like looking at the stars. And then this old like homeless guy walks up to us, and he's like, "Sup, guys?" And then he started just like dropping all this philosophy. I don't remember, but he just started dropping all this life philosophy on us, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Master Splinter
And
just
then
came out of the bushes to help you guys.
And then he left, and I was like, "Whoa!"
What the fuck just happened?
Have you ever had that happen when you're super fucking high and some random person comes and talks to you and just is like dropping like gems and shit? Like, oh fuck, like who is this person?
Yeah, it's almost like a godsend. Like,
Yeah,
maybe this was supposed to happen. But then you're super high and you forget what he said.
yeah, most times.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn, I
You
wish I
got a
remembered that
bitch.
guy. They say, bro, the Messiah could be sitting next to you at any time.
What is that song?
What if God was one of us? Just a stranger on a bus who won't shut the fuck up.
That's trippy if you want to talk about God or like religion, God, spirituality, you know.
I do.
I love that shit because like I never believe that we should separate. I feel like we agree on this. I don't believe that we should separate people just based on what they believe. Like
Definitely.
the philosophy that they may subscribe to, unless that philosophy is super, super fucked up.
Right.
But I'm saying judging people just on the basis of their religion is so whack.
Yeah.
But I still see people like that. And
Oh, it'll be there
You know.
when we're long gone. There still will be blind hate that no one knows why I fucking hate these people, but I hate these people.
But there's not really a lot of. There's only like a handful of religions that hate.
But those are
Other-
the prevalent religions, like fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's
I
like
don't want to
the-
get too like.
It's
politi-
like fucking Arabs and the Jews,
Right.
and it's a lot of Arabs within the fucking Islam.
Right.
You know what I mean? Different factions and sects of Islam.
but it even happens like here in America.
Yeah, but people aren't bombing, like, fucking Protestants aren't bombing Baptist churches. I mean, not anymore, I don't think.
No,
I
but
mean, we
that's
might
like
have in a.
you're talking about violence, but like just oppressive behavior. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
I feel like.
There's people like that. Like
Maybe they judge them.
You're so and so. Ugh. You know what I mean? There's people like that around, and it goes hand in hand with racism. You know.
Yeah, but on the.
If there's racism, there's people that will judge other people based on religion.
It's like
and
America is
beliefs.
built on, like, freedom of religion and shit. So, like, we are pretty much the most accepting country of different religions when you think about it. Behind closed doors, people might talk shit and, have their fucking. What's
but-
it called?
How we act and how we feel are two different things, right? So it's like a lot of people in domestically feel a certain way because someone is a certain way. It's not like, you know what I mean? We are now more accepting in this generation than we were in the past, and that's truth. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there still are those people that are still tagged up in generational fucking ways of thinking that judge people on religion, judge people on color, judge people on
Oh, yeah, there's a ton of
sexuality,
shit. Fuck,
and
yeah.
it's still there, but it will never go away. Let this fucking be real. But it's kind of cool, and it's hopeful to see the people with that philosophy that you have, that like, hey, you're caught behind times if you think that we're gonna separate based off of your beliefs. As long as it's a peaceful belief between us, there's no reason why we shouldn't get along or coexist.
right.
Yeah, but when you really look at it, despite what the media tells you, the people of America and even the people of Hawaii, we all get along for the most part.
Oh, for the most part, yeah.
You know what I mean? These highlighted acts of racism and shit like that, they get highlighted, so it seems like, oh my God, it's such a prevalent thing. But when you really think about it, like,
Yeah,
It's
everybody
not-
loves
yeah.
everybody here for the most part.
But we know how to act, though. And
Yeah, that's because everybody who knows how to act gets the love. The people who don't know how to act don't get it. But it's not because
Right.
you're this or a that or this color or this religion. It's because of your actions.
Right.
Are you
Like
talking
that
about
shit
just Hawaii?
everywhere. Well, in Hawaii, yes, but in
Oh.
the rest of the United States, yes, as well to some degree. But in other parts of the world,
Majority,
fuck
you
that.
can say that majority in the United States. Majority
Is
Here's
what,
a weird
good?
one for you.
has progressive thinking.
Here's a weird one for you that's kind of hard to understand. In fucking Indonesia, Buddhist monks were trying to genocide Muslims. What? Huh?
A lot of things is contradictive to their
You never-
religion, right?
Yeah.
But it's a personal hate.
But
there's
why?
I don't
I mean,
know.
I don't know. I'm
ask
not.
me.
Why,
Dude,
Guru?
if I had
I
the,
think
if I had the answers for that, holy fuck, this would not be Everyone
tuned
Knows You're High.
for
It
the
would be
answers.
a completely different fucking
I think
podcast.
ultimately it's an excuse, right?
Exactly.
It's an excuse or a justification.
Right. And you know, in human nature, a lot of it is like fucking meaningless hate. It happens in the animal kingdom. There's no reason for this thing.
No, Animal Kingdom don't do that shit.
There's things that kill for fucking fun, bruh. And I think Joe Rogan just posted that shit with the monkey killing the seagull, smashing it to pieces.
I've seen that.
Right? So like
Yeah, but didn't it eat the bird after?
it fucking didn't eat that motherfucking
I think
bird.
it did.
Yeah.
I think they showed
We
it
don't
eating
really
it.
know, but okay, let's say animals do kill, right? It happens to us. There's hate. There's
Yeah, they're
there's
called house cats.
yeah, there's animosity. So like human nature is easy to make an excuse that like, oh, I hate you because you believe that. You know what I mean? It's a good fucking cop out, but no one's really like, yeah, I'm a fucking dick and I hate you. That's an easier pill to swallow than like, oh, you hate me because of what I believe.
So you think
Nah.
they?
You don't think so?
Yeah.
No, I think it's straight up because people believe their shit so much that you're wrong. You're so wrong that I'll kill you for your beliefs. Like,
Yeah, but
especially
okay,
when it comes to
yeah.
religion, you know what I mean?
but if that
point,
religion was
good point.
based off of love, then they're contradicting what they believe. So it's just straight. They are angry fucking people that want to hate something, and it's easier to follow that narrative because I'm following the fucking guidelines.
But I wouldn't say like all religion is just based on love.
Should be.
Like,
I mean,
most of them are.
Like,
They
love
should.
it.
They should
True.
be. You know.
Most of
Yeah,
them are.
like-
It's the furtherance of the churches of these things that have led to like the violence,
The
right?
specifics.
Right, there you go. Yeah,
I mean,
and
there's
it's,
some
like
holy war shit
interpretations.
going on in the Quran. It says about. Like,
But it's usually like influenced by the word of like a dictator or a king
Right.
or somebody's is telling, fucking translating the word of God to these other people in a certain way that it's benefiting their, you know, they're getting something out of it, right?
isn't that how it always was? though?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
Like,
can we leave it at that? It's the first time we're
Oh yeah, we
religion.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, I mean
Jesus.
it's a general
Diving into
topic
religion, man.
about like people like
You said spirituality, and look what happened.
no, but it's not even an argument or even a debate. It's like we're all in agreement that like
Love.
there is segregation and it shouldn't be because of something as stupid as what you believe in.
And
Right.
it's just they put so many things out for us to have like pick a side, right, and then go argue about it. Everything.
I think that's part of it too. Is like people like coming together and wanting their team. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
That's
you know,
human
just like
nature.
tribes and shit.
It's a human
like
nature.
tribal thing. Yeah,
Human
you know what I
nature.
mean? Like
Tribal
that's what they join
mentality,
it,
bruh.
You know, so it's part of just wanting to belong to something. Also, yeah.
Identity. Yeah,
The
identity's
Bloods
always-
and the Crips.
For real, but in like religion, you know what I mean? Like,
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yep. That's why we're children of the land, and that's how we should all fucking keep it.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's not
Oh,
get it
it's
fucking
same.
twisted, bruh.
That's why I feel like we all are, yes, children of the land, and we're all climbing the mountain, but we all have our own path up the mountain.
Yep.
And you say that about like belief systems, but it's about every individual living entity.
100%.
Yes.
Every living entity.
Yeah. That's
And if
And
you
we're-
want to get scientific about it, you break it down to like my progeny needs to survive. We need to multiply our genetics to another generation to further the human race. And that's like, we can get to the mountain or whatever that may be, but usually the epitome of our biological being is to multiply into having kids or you know, having offspring
With aliens, bro. We get to,
to
the top of the
further your
mountain,
genetic
bro.
to further
Just
your
meet the
genetic
aliens.
evolution. And that's like, if you talk about science, that's kind of what the mission of every living thing is, you know what I mean? But us being so complex and complex beings, we tag feelings and empathy and all these other things into, you know, our path. So like, to me, like, fuck yeah, dude, that's spot on. Fucking everyone's headed up that goddamn mountain, man.
I think one of the misconceptions that cause a lot of problems is that people think there's not enough room for everybody on the mountain, and everybody should do this path instead of have their own path. And like, you being on this mountain is taking up space from me on my mountain, on this mountain, and I gotta get to the top before you. And but people don't realize like the mountain is infinite.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
sometimes you
There's
just
plenty
don't
of room
even
for
make it.
everybody,
It's a
and everybody
big
get
fucking
there.
mountain, man.
Huh.
That's a lot of meat on that
That's what I'm
bone.
saying. Like, the more people who come onto the mountain, the more paths are created on the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's doing things in their own unique way and carving their own paths up the mountain and leaving example trails that other people can follow if they want to. But if you want to make your own path, the mountain is infinite, my
Well, I
friend.
see that in Hawaii, like prevalent. You know, like when
Go ahead.
Yeah, right. There's a path that someone sets, right? And everyone's like, whoa. And they jump on that fucking path. When there's so much out of the box thinking that could happen, like something that goes tangent off the side of that path, that it could just lead to a fucking bigger path. You
Or
know
you
what I
could
mean?
die, bro. Imagine going off the hunting trail. You never went that way before, yeah? Like, you leave the trail, like, oh, well, you know. Carve that
Maybe.
path, you know.
Right.
Carve that.
But maybe you and Turtle Dove and you get wings to fly.
Oh, shit.
Hey, but you always got to land sometime, bro, and that's when you're most vulnerable. You're putting turtle doves. I don't think there was that much turtle doves back in the day.
No, but yeah. Yeah, they laid out so many systems for us to be like, I'm this and you're that, so fuck you. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, you're at the top faster than me? Fuck you. I'm going to pull your legs off. You know what I mean? Like, there's sabotage going around. It's like, dude, fuck. Just be happy that someone's up there, man. You know what I mean? Just be happy that someone paved the way. That path is fucking now clear for you to travel.
Phones off, please.
I thought I put it on silent. Sorry. It's funny. I started looking at my watch, and then all of a sudden my phone rang. I don't know who the fuck that was. It's not a number I recognize.
Bing bong.
Are you becoming?
Could have been somebody I called earlier, and now they're calling me back. But it's strange. Like, it didn't like vibrate on my wrist or anything. I just looked at my watch, and then it fucking
Oh, shit.
Are you becoming
Neuralink.
like a techno path?
maybe.
I got a
Or is
question.
that just fucking coinciding?
off subject of conspiracies. When you're writing a song, right?
Yes, get it back on music.
Yeah, no, because
Oh, my bad.
it's a fucking dude. It's a burning thing. Like I went to school and like we did guitar and there's chorus and music was a big part of how I grew up. I love music and I love listening to music, and I was always like amazed in how like people wrote songs, and where did they start with the song and how do they build upon it? You know what I mean? Like some people start with percussions, some people have a melody or a lyric. Like how do you start your songs typically?
I start them a bunch of different ways,
Yeah?
really.
Okay.
But the main one is guitar or piano, but mainly guitar.
Is it a rhythm thing that you're starting off with, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it could be a riff, and then I'll write lyrics.
Oh,
Sometimes it could be a random lyric
okay.
and like a melody, and then I record it, and then I find the chords to it or whatever.
Oh shit.
But I mean, it just like once I hear it, I can kind of like remember how it sounds a little bit for a few weeks, but then new ideas come. That's why.
Yeah. You got to document some shit, right?
Yeah, the mind of an artist, I feel, is just constantly just going,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard to turn off. Yeah.
And that's why artists smoke weed. Right?
So you've written a song based off like you had one line that you liked, maybe you heard it in your head over and over, right, with a melody, and you've written a whole song around that one.
I think the one I played earlier,
Right.
actually,
You just had like a one-liner.
yeah, it was just like, how many times, you know?
Right.
And then I was like, oh, okay, that would be, how many times, and do some like Catch a Fire style
Yeah.
harmonies. Ooh, and it would be sweet, you know? But then this was about like, you know, government mind control.
Yeah, what is it about? Can you kind of talk about what that song is about? Like what the inspiration was?
Like, the inspiration, I feel, is like growing up, seeing it just this like control, this lack of care for the aina, for the environment. It was just, it was getting worse. Like I saw bodies of water change color throughout my life. I'm sure you guys all can relate. And it was just like, whoa, this shit is real.
Yeah.
Real
And
sad.
and they constantly lie.
It's all cover-ups over cover-ups.
they're still not admitting that Hawaii is, what it is. An independent.
Stolen.
Yep.
But we say that shit here, right? Fuck.
I mean,
Well,
say it,
I mean,
dog.
I
We
see the
fucking running
flags.
the flags.
So both
They,
flags too. So
well, they
respect.
apologized,
Respect.
didn't they? What did they apologize
Clinton
about?
apologized.
Yeah.
Hey, but who did he represent at the time?
Who?
The
Fill us
power.
in.
United States.
Yeah, you go.
The powers that be. Yeah. Yeah, it was such
And
a
nothing
shout.
still. Nothing.
Yeah.
Still nothing. Sorry, we stole your shit.
That's like saying
Yeah.
somebody broke into your house, started like living there, started like
Opening up your
using
fridge
it
and
as
taking
like
a shit in
yeah,
it.
and like using it as like a outpost to like get their shit and like build off and like become like bigger and better in the neighborhood. And then you're like, what the fuck? And you're complaining to your neighbors, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what the fuck? Like, they stole this fucking house, and they're like, what?
it's
How
kinda
many years
theirs
later?
now.
70 years? 100 years? What? How many years later?
129 years.
129 years later, they'd be like, another person now is in charge of it, and they're like, oh yeah, we're sorry for what they did back then. Like, yeah, we admit, like, yeah, we acknowledge you're suffering all this time. You had to live with it. You had to deal with us.
That's so
We're here
shitty.
now, but
No,
yeah,
no,
so
they're like,
too bad.
no.
And then they just turn their back and continue doing what they're doing. You're like, what the fuck? We're
Nah,
still so
there you go.
beat it.
They're like, no, you're lucky it was us and not them. That's what they say.
That's what they said, but that's not what they said in an apology. That's
no,
what
I
they
mean,
say.
but that's a
The
lot of people's
intentions were
argument.
there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
But
the one.
my thing to that is like what I tell people is like, okay, so you live in a bad neighborhood, right? And I come along and I steal your car, and then I come back to us like, hey, I stole your car. Sorry, but it's better I did it. I'm gonna take care of it rather than the fucking chronic guy down the street. So is that okay? You know what I mean? Like, like, sorry, I'm just taking your car though, and you just drive off, and there's not shit you can do about it. It's basically what happened. Fuck that.
Nah, but you're stuck inside. You got to go for the ride
You're right.
for
Yeah,
129
You got a
years.
stranger just shitting in your toilet. It's like fucking stinking up your house.
Like
You just gotta live with
literally
it.
though, literally shitting in our fucking water and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
Eating all your food in your fucking fridge and your pantry. Fuck you, get out of here, man.
motherfuckers.
They said
Well,
sorry.
you know our stance on
They
that.
said sorry, and then they poisoned us.
Here, forget about that. Sorry, but forget about that.
What is the South Park episode with the oil spill? It's like, sorry.
Oh, fucking that was when BP had the, oil,
BP
spill.
oil spill. And they had the CEO on, and South Park just fucking tore a new one.
Yes, South Park. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Being all like cutesy about it.
He's laying on a bearskin rug naked next to a fire. He's like, sorry.
Really covered in money and shit.
Good old fucking South
No,
Park.
man, it's crazy.
So I guess like the first style of music I really got into.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Was-
music, yeah.
Sorry.
We're just flowing.
Sorry.
It's like jazz. I got into my first favorite band. If anyone asked me that, I would say Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh.
That changed the way that shaped the way that I looked at music, actually, from a young age, Love Earth, Wind, and Fire. And then Santana,
Yep.
the Eagles, all the classics.
Brad, when we were camping that one time, I remember you jamming fucking Santana for like forever. I'm like, dang, dude, this guy can fucking jam. His grip must be so strong just playing for hours. But yeah, you were jamming Santana like crazy. I don't know if you remember that, but I fucking sure as hell did. I was like, babe, this guy's crazy. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I can do the rhythm parts, but not all the lead parts.
I mean, fuck, it was recognizable. Usually some people jam some shit. You're like, oh, what is he playing? But like off the bat, bro, I was like, oh, dude, this guy's fucking, he's got the gift, man.
Yeah. I've just been like going, man. I've just been going, but finally, like, I'm getting gigs, and I'm getting the opportunity to play and play for money a little bit more, but I'm still doing my day job, and I'm like fucking exhausted.
Yeah, busy guy, man.
I'm exhausted, but honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way right now, because like I am seizing the opportunity
Yep.
that I have, and I'm gonna learn how to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm in the midst of it.
Bro, like you just getting gigs now is like fucking beside me. You know, it's like I don't believe it because like you were jamming for forever, and putting out quality music and writing your own shit, original shit. And the fact that people are only noticing you now, it's like, come on, man. Like, you should have been recognized and had albums out and like doing all the professional shit a while ago. You know, had someone like really paid attention or picked you up. You know what I mean? I feel like you're up par with fucking everybody that I hear out there, like with the original shit you put out, man.
Were you gigging?
Gigging. I like
Gigging? Goo goo gaga, motherfucker. No, were you gigging? Fuck you. Before the pandemic started and shit, and then like when that shit hit, like
I would just
everyone
do like
stopped.
gigs here and there,
Yeah.
every now and then. Sometimes not for like a few years, but then sometimes a lot at once.
Yeah.
You know?
So now now that things are opening up and shit, you're getting back out there?
Yeah. I
Fuck
feel
yes.
yeah.
Where are you playing at?
I got a steady gig at Wednesday night at Irish Rose Saloon,
nice.
Waikiki.
Irish Rose.
Pub.
Yep,
On-
just go there.
Hobron, Ina
Yes.
Road.
Yes.
Beautiful Waikiki. Holy shit, that's a beautiful part of Waikiki, folks. I know it well.
Yes.
Cool
just
ass
don't
bar, man.
don't count your money in the front. Or on the balcony.
That's a big bar too, though. That's a nice bar, man. I like that bar. It's cool.
It's been open for a long time. That's one of the
Fuck, yeah.
staples of early Waikiki. Like, I mean, early as like
Yeah.
as you're driving into Waikiki.
Right.
Oh, Eno Road.
Yeah, it's. I'm so thankful to have that, and now we had to get a band in because as things are opening up more.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some of my friends to join me, and then we're getting tighter, and it's just like
That's so sick.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
There's been like a few moments where I was like, oh, we're really fucking
Tight.
synced in, and I was like, if we can get that, like,
Chemistry.
All
That's
the
like
time?
chemistry right there.
yeah,
Piece of shit, yeah. When you're feeling it, yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
the
That's
one.
when the magic happens.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys rehearse or you guys just fucking
Yeah,
rip them?
We practice every Tuesday, and then we perform every Wednesday.
Where do you guys practice at?
KMS, shout out to Aaron at KMS. Yeah.
Oh shit, nice. So you guys have like
Yeah.
actual studio where you guys fucking get
well,
in there.
because two of the band members are teachers there.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
score.
Oh,
So it's a three
opportunities
piece.
right
Three
there.
piece.
Shit.
Guitar,
Four.
bass. 4. Guitar, bass, drums.
Well, okay, so there's kind of been two bands,
Okay.
but now it's becoming two
Supergroup.
different bands.
Oh.
Well, one band is the same, and the other band is becoming something different. But this 4 band is 2 guitars, bass, and drum.
And what's the name of the band? Shout it out, bro.
It's just our like Wednesday night band name. It's government work.
I like that.
Because we were like, the first time we practiced, we were like, oh shit, good enough for government work.
We get day jobs.
But yeah, but we're like putting in more effort, constantly learning and improving, and yeah, at least with the once a week that we can get together.
And it's fun too, you know. It's like
Yeah.
it's what you guys always wanted to do, is perform and express yourself, and fuck, you're getting paid for it, man. It's an occupation. People are starting to fill up now, so you'll hopefully get that steam that you deserve, bro.
Yeah, like, yeah.
No, it's a thing for artists, bro. It's a grind. You gotta work your day
is,
job
so-
and then make time to practice and then gig, and it's late nights. You know, you're playing
Oh
at
my
bars and
God,
shit. It's
dude.
not fucking
Most people are like,
easy fucking work.
they can't relate because they work a 9 to 5, right? So they
Yeah.
work their 9 to 5, they go home. It's an everyday repeated cycle. But with artists, it's like you have to grind, you have to put yourself out there, you have to be cutting edge. You know what I mean? Like you have to be different than everybody else, and still express yourself in an artistic manner. So it's fucking, that's a hard job.
Dude,
man.
when I used to play, we used to practice twice a week, gig 1 or 2 times a week. Oh, dude, it's like a whole nother full-time job. Like, we're doing that consistently. Like, so I can imagine how you feel working your regular job, dude, and I'll go straight to practice or straight to a gig, dude, and like, Dude, like there was a point like so I'm
What
thinking
band
about
were you in?
Fuck, I don't even want to talk about it. It's not
Please
Well,
do.
you're
We'll have
talking. You
this
brought it
discussion
up,
later.
bro.
We can have
But,
this
um,
discussion
You open
later.
up that
Did
can
you
of
mi-
worms, dog.
No, the question that we posted the other week about like artists burning out, like when does it become work? There was like a time there where I was like, oh fuck, this is like work now. But like we're getting paid with gigs and shit though. But like it started turning into like, oh fuck, this is getting tough. Like you know.
Right.
But there are those times where you start clicking though in between and all that. But like damn, sometimes you're like in a slump, dude. Like fuck. But nah, I mean, but it's fun though, right? Like when you're there and doing it and stuff is fucking cool though. Yeah.
I mean, as an artist, it's what you love, right? It's I want to perform. I want to fucking play my music. You know, I want to write my music. It's something that when you start off, you obsess over. So to finally like make it, and other people can hear what you're fucking writing. You know, your artistry, and bro, that's like, I mean, that's the shit, right? I mean, you tell me. Is that that's
Yeah.
what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
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 Fuck yeah, dude.
I want to just encourage. I feel like when I make music, I made it for a bunch of different reasons, you know. Let's be honest. But now I try to make it to like make a positive impact on others and try like with the intention of it being good, like for your
Conscious.
yeah. I don't like to use that term, but
Oh,
yeah.
boxing you into it.
Yeah. I don't believe in labels are for soup cans.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one. That's a shirt.
I remember hearing that one.
Oh.
So way
That's a good
back.
one. I like that. I like that though. No, but yeah.
Labels are for soup cans. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. That's so high.
But yeah, I mean, fucking no. That's good that the whole COVID restrictions lifted up at the perfect time to where you guys can tighten things up, and now you've got that gig. Where do you look? Where do you see yourself? Like, what do you project for you and your band?
Well, I want to like do some recordings, definitely.
Yep.
And then, but one of my friends I've been working with, Eve, my homeboy, from a long time back, he's a producer, and or I should say his artist name, Meta Atom. And
Shout out.
yeah, my bro, and we just did this really cool performance with him DJing, and then me playing the song that we made, and my guitar part. He took out the guitar part, and then I sung my parts.
Nice.
That was a really cool experience too. I always wanted to like really do it. Like I had done it at campouts jamming out, but I hadn't done it like
officially
for real. Yeah, practice the part and like just go off on it. Yeah.
When you hit a recording studio, do you want your music as raw as you would be as an acoustics, or would you want to have it done up with whatever the studio provides?
I feel like both have their place.
Mm.
It just depends what like mood I'd want to set, or like
Okay.
you know, Bob Marley made several versions of songs.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So like, yeah, I'm a believer in. I don't stick to one genre really. You know.
That was my next question. I was like, speaking of
Yeah.
fucking labels and boxing you in, what genre would you describe yourself?
I don't stick to a genre, but I guess like naturally, how I've developed as a musician, I feel like I'll always have that rock, like feel.
Would you consider
But-
K-pop? I'm just kidding.
You can't escape it. It's in there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like disregard anything just on the basis of the genre.
Right.
You know.
No, I feel the same way. It's like, and people probably watching and listening are like, shut up about it already. Like
Yeah.
punk rock, it's like that's in me. Like I cannot escape it. Like fuck.
It's
I
good
like all
fucking
kind of other
music.
shit. I
Right.
listen to all kind. I listen to soft stuff. Like you know what I mean. Like
You know what I'm gonna say?
What?
I'm gonna say I love country music.
oh,
And stop shitting on country music. And there's some very shitty.
I shit on country music
There's-
all the time.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit on it. I
There's-
just don't listen to it.
I say
on it.
respect it. I don't fucking
Yeah.
downplay it,
Yeah.
but I do not.
There's some very bad country music. There is. All that like popularized pop country, bro country bullshit. But there's real like
bluegrass
country.
kind of.
There's some guys that are real fucking country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like how the logical progression of what a former country or a modern country would sound like. I feel like Brothers Osborne, Chris Stapleton, some of Dirks Bentley's stuff, but
Never
Dirks
heard
Dirks
his
is also
names.
like in the bro country. But that music is pretty fucking good, and what I like about that style is it has lyrics that mean something,
Right.
that tell a story, and that's very similar to Hawaiian music
Right.
because that's like the main emphasis in it.
So you like to focus on the lyrics and shit of songs, like you're more of a lyric centric.
I guess so. But sometimes I like to do riffs. I like to play bass.
Let me put it to you
know?
this way: the first time you hear a song, are you listening to the words? Or are you listening to the music?
I'm the music, not the words guy. I can't sing along to any fucking music.
No, not to even sing along, just to hear what the fuck is being
Well,
said.
even if I listen to it like a million times, I still don't know. Like,
Okay. Well, not asking you.
I guess I
No, I know, but I have to get off my chest. Goddamn.
yeah, I guess I'll make a point to listen to the lyrics if I can.
Yeah. I usually always
Yeah.
try to hear the lyrics first. Because if they're saying some fucked up shit, I'm like, sometimes no matter how good it is, if like what you're saying is bullshit, it's like, ugh.
Well, no, I had to
It's
talk.
kind of, sometimes I get
Yes,
upset. It's
good
like,
point.
goddamn, the song was so
Right.
good, but the lyrics, goddamn, somebody else like fix this, but you can't. That's their art, and it's like, ugh.
I was talking to my sister about that shit. I'm like, there's clearly two different types of music. The people that appreciate music is the people that pay attention to the lyrics, and people that pay attention to the melody. You know, like you said, when you first listen to a song, it's like, am I just, oh, that fucking is a catchy tune, or is it like, oh, I love what he's saying, you know, or he, she, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's two different types
Please
of
speak
people.
into the mic, please.
That's two different types of people. Shout out to Quality Meds.
Shout out to Turtle Doves for keeping fucking the star of the show on point. That's the reminder. No, but
This is good information.
right, like I don't know, for some reason, like I'm really into lyrics, and sometimes the lyrics don't have to be like mind blowing. They like can be good enough, but if something's like horrible and like the singing is just horrible, it's like, god damn, I feel like you ruined that awesome song. There's this one reggae band, I won't name their name, but like 99.999% of their songs are 100 times better without any of the vocals. Just as like instrumental dubs, like, oh, mean. And the band made it. There's like a full band. But it's just when the singer sings and the way he sings and his tone of his voice, it's just like, I mean, personally speaking, I'm not like, you know, trying to denigrate their effort, but it's just for me personally, like, oh, damn it, man.
I love Groundation.
No, I'm not talking
I'm
about
just fucking around here.
Yeah, no, dude. He's my friend. Shut up.
I'm just fucking with you, Eric. I know that. Shout out Harrison Stafford. We love you here. We want you
I
on.
love Groundation.
I fucking love that
I
guy
love
so much.
Groundation.
Yeah.
I wish I was old enough to
He
see
set me up
them
too good, though,
when
not
they were
to-
doing concerts here, like more frequently.
Yeah.
I wasn't old enough to go.
They'll be back, I'm sure.
I hope so, man. Fuck. Dude, you know his backup? I pay attention to those three ladies and how they fucking...
There's all new people now.
I
They got all
know.
new- he had an all new band.
I know.
I don't think any of the original.
The pianist is
None of
the
them.
same. He's just still the same.
No, they're not. It's like all new people.
Oh, yeah?
Marcus is gone.
That happens.
Drummer is gone.
That happens.
Harrison's
But here's the thing:
flavor
all
of
the-
everybody.
even back in the original Groundation lineup, the musicianship of every individual in that group was like fucking. They were masters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they came
Yes.
together, and it just like everything just went perfect. And
And their energy in the concert.
ah,
Like, he could fucking
I
pick
wish.
people up.
I wish I got
they'll
to
be back.
see
No,
them.
and when they play, like it's still the same. They
When
don't
they play,
lose.
they will come on the podcast.
It has the same energy. It's a Groundation energy, even with this new lineup, because all these guys, same thing. They're all masters, and they're just younger. They're just the new generation. The next generation is what
more
they're called.
energy. But it's crazy though how it changed from like each one to like where they're at now. It's
Fucking Young Tree, bro.
Young Tree. Nah, I like Each One Teach One.
That's the first album though, Young Tree.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I thought it was each. Okay, you're right.
Best concert you ever been to?
Groundation at Aloha Tower Marketplace one time.
I went to that one. That was good. That was good. I say
Well, that's because we're talking about them right now. Like, there's probably been other
No,
ones.
the best that sticks on your mind though.
Incubus
Like,
at the fucking Shell.
Oh, that was the first time they came down here. I was there. That was their first concert here.
I like how they ended with Aqueous Transmission.
And he
I
had
was like,
the freaking,
perfect,
and he
motherfucker.
he
You're
had the
reading my mind."
spotlights. Remember the spotlights?
Yeah.
He was fucking like doing some weird shit.
I mean,
He had like light incorporated into the show.
Yes.
Like he was like holding it up, like
The
was,
wands, right?
was Brandon while he was fucking playing the
Oh yeah, like lightsabers,
that fucking Japanese thing.
a mandolin.
A sitar. It was a sitar, yeah.
That's not Japanese.
Yeah, he
What?
plays,
Sitar's
isn't it?
Indian.
Sitar.
Sith
Yeah,
tar.
sitar's
Sitar.
Indian.
Or was it like a
Yeah.
fucking?
Ding, ding, ding.
There's a Japanese thing that looks like a sitar. It's called a
Kyoto?
yes. No, not
Is it?
Kyoto. Kyoto's the
No.
name of the city, but it's like that.
No, it's that's
Is it
Anu, you're sitting in front of a computer.
like from Kubo
So
and the
light,
two
like-
strings?
Yes.
with a big
That's-
pick.
No, that's
Yeah,
Chinese.
It's
huh?
like a
No,
banjo.
that's Japanese, bro.
It's like a
Oh, no,
banjo.
yeah, it is
kind of.
Japanese. Yeah. It
You
is
know,
like a
when lo-fi hits with that,
lo-fi
when they fucking do that, you know that genre, lo-fi or,
of music.
what do you call it?
Yeah, lo-fi.
Yeah.
Okay, but they add that fucking
Yes.
instrument in with the fucking beat. I'm like,
So good.
perfect.
What's your best concert, Kapu, you've been to? For you.
It's hard to say. I think probably Steel Pulse at Kakako.
Was that at
Matis
the park?
Yahoo
Yeah, that
Yes.
was when had.
Yes.
Oh, I was at that one too.
was Groundation.
Revolution,
No.
Revolution, right?
I
Matis
forgot.
Yahoo,
I get them all mixed up.
That was
Steel
a
Pulse,
good one.
Montes Yahoo, and
Sublime Throne.
Dirty
Heads. Sublime with Rome was
Yep.
there. That was a good one, actually. That was a good one. Good mashup they had.
Yeah.
That was a good venue. That Kaka'ako Field Amphitheater, whatever the fuck.
Was that the only time they did something there? I don't remember
No,
anything
they
after
had
that.
a couple.
bunch.
Yeah.
That was the shit though. That was a nice setting.
I think they had Love Fest there.
Yes.
Bathrooms sucked though. I remember.
Oh
for
yes,
that
I
one.
remember that one, man.
You had to wait for it dark so you could just go wherever.
Yeah.
But like shit, the lines were stupid. Like they didn't have enough fucking toilets.
Jump
I
out,
have no
point
idea where
panic,
this
stick a
is
shit.
For real. Jump in.
No, but yeah, that was a great
Not right now. though,
big
yeah.
space
Yeah.
outdoors. You know what I mean? But
I like the water
think I
park
was
when they had
there, too.
Marley Fest.
I was gonna say my favorite was
Oh.
a Bob Marley tribute concert, the last one they ever did at Blaisdell.
That's
it was
the
like
Blaisdell.
Oswald, fucking
That was
Humble
fucking-
Soul.
I didn't get to go to that one.
fucking
That was the first time I got high.
was it?
At that same one. I was all the way up in the stand. Steel Post came on. Freaking smoked the joint with my friend them who used to play in Ookla. He played guitar in Ookla at one point. Man, and then next thing you know, I was spinning out and then I passed out.
What band you played in again?
Huh?
What was the name of your band again?
My band?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
It was just a stupid cover band. We were never.
No, but
anything, like,
yeah, fuck. That was like right after we graduated. I was like
curious
2001, around that 2002. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last time indoor, fucking reggae like lineup, bro. Like probably like 7 bands probably would be.
old school bands too.
Yeah, and like, dude. And
was a
then
good
the
show.
whole thing just smoke, cloudy. You go in, you
Of
open the
course.
doors when you arrive, and it just greets you like, oof.
And like back then, you're like, oh fuck,
doing this
you know, we're going down, you know, we're gonna smoke, and that it's like the hidden taboo that was like, fuck yeah, dude, I can get away with it and listen to bomb ass music. Nowadays, it's like whatever, man.
Yeah.
People would get busted, and you could see them getting kicked out, but I don't know. The place was filled with smoke, so it had to be like so many people were smoking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I think I saw Revolution or no, I saw Steel Pulse. I saw Matis Yahoo and Steel Pulse. Maui, what is it? Cultural Center, Maui
Maui
Arts and
Cultural.
Cultural Center.
okay,
the
yeah,
Mac.
That was probably actually the coolest concert because when Matis Yahoo played one day, like a bunch of people, he invited them on the stage,
Nice.
and it was so cool. It was such like a epic experience.
So Ear Zero Vibration. at Blue Note. That was the shit.
I saw them at
Never know if you're gonna see
UCLA.
them again after that.
Blue Note
Like,
is
man,
a
so-
cool venue, but I feel like it, because I think most place it's more start off as like a jazz place, right? And that's the vibe of it. It's like chill, like to have like a like lively band and where you can't really like get. I mean, nobody said you can't dance, but it just feels weird in there to get up and like dance around.
We were like just dancing at, like in our little area of the table, like when Israel vibration, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
barely
weird.
any, just like doing the marching skank.
The
That's all you
sitting
can
down
do.
skank.
I don't know where this is.
Oh,
going,
I saw Mike Love at Blue Note
Yeah.
when it was still like, oh, wear your mask when you're walking, and then take, and like people were
Skanking in their
dancing,
spots.
and then someone would get up, and then they told them to sit back down
Oh,
because of COVID. They couldn't be dancing.
Ah, shitty. I wouldn't pay to go to a concert like that.
No,
Nope.
And
I
so
like
I was
outdoor.
like, I was just like,
bro. Speak of
skanking
covers,
in my seat.
Mike Love throws the fucking craziest covers ever.
Yes.
Like Bob Marley covers, he fucking kills Bob Marley covers. We're at Uncle Daniel's spot, and he came to perform, and he did a like a sound check, but he played Exodus. Bro, I got fucking chicken skin. I was like, this fucking guy, dude. It's like he played it so perfectly, like that energy and how he builds it. You know, when he's playing Exodus, he did the same shit, and it's just a sound check. You know, it's like fucking amazing. That dude's talented as shit.
Yeah. Mike Love is definitely one of my big inspirations.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah.
I remember when his solo album came out, I found out like shortly after it
Mm-hmm.
because my friends, they would come and smoke with me actually. We would cruise and they showed me his CD and I was like, what? We were jamming like Barber Shop. Bro, that song goes so hard.
that fucking bass
I
line
love
to
that
that.
song.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Old school dub conscious though, to me, it was just on another level.
That was the first and only time I saw them was at the Bob Marley
Yeah.
concert at Sea Life Park.
Yeah.
As
2011?
Dub-conscious? As
Yes,
Dub-conscious?
Dub Conscious.
Where he
Oh,
he was
shit.
on the keyboards, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't on the guitar.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was just behind singing on the
Keys.
keyboards.
And I believe Paula was there
Paula
too.
was in there.
Oh, in dub conscious, because
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
she first sang Lolo Evie was during a dub conscious album, right? That one that they came out with.
I just remember there were a bunch of people on the stage, and all the bands seemed to have like all their homies on the stage with them, you know. And it was really cool. It was really
It
cool.
was Aloha Fest, bro. Nah.
That was my friend too. The one that was in Ukla. He helped start Dub Conscious. One of the guitar players. Yeah. So they were looking for a singer for a while though, because they had a couple guys. He was like, I don't know. And then they found Mike Love. I remember when they found Mike Love, and then they formed Dub Conscious. I was like, holy shit! I was like moved, you know, because he's badass, you know, as a freaking singer and stuff. Yeah.
What a good inspiration template for you to follow. You know what I mean, or just pull inspiration off of, because he's a good human being and talented as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you
Like-
guys line up. Dude.
I think it was Mike Love and also Frank Ocean. And this is I guess a phase in my musical evolution of understanding, and it was Mike Love and Frank Ocean. Opened my mind to music. They opened my ability to like think about how to approach how to write a song.
Right.
And what to do with it and where to take it.
Right.
You know, because Mike Love always has those like dope, amazing, beautiful instrumentation,
Mm-hmm.
and then the singing and the lyrics and the harmonies. You know,
Yeah.
and Frank Ocean is like this trippy storyteller, like spins this whole world, and you know, like it's like. So both of them like changed my perspective.
Not too familiar with Frank Ocean. I should start
Dude,
listening to him.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
Is he from here? No.
No. He's from like Louisiana.
Yeah, he's from
Actually,
the Bayou,
I
bro.
believe that he was like 16 or 17 or something when Katrina hit,
Okay.
and he lost a bunch of his recordings,
Hey.
and he had to like build back again from that.
But he went to LA, man, and he made it.
Look
Yeah.
at you, Turtle Dove.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dropping
Ocean,
knowledge.
Yep.
Dude, I feel you on that. Like
Yeah.
as a lyricist and his style of writing, will always be Frank Ocean. You know, like he's super reclusive. So I mean, like,
Which is so cool.
Which is strange. Mike too. I was gonna say Mike is like a rare gem that came out of Hawaii. You know what I mean? There's none other like him.
Because he's an
And then
international
he-
performer. You know,
and then he
people
left
recognize
us.
his shit.
but to
He
put
left
Mike
us.
Love on the same par with Frank Ocean, fuck.
Same.
I'm with you right there, bro.
You concur.
Well,
but like two different sides of the spectrum.
But
like,
talent
put-
wise and
I don't
innovation
put
wise,
them on like the same level. I'm not gonna like judge people or measure people like that.
I'll do that.
But
I'll do it for you.
but
in my heart, I would.
I-
in my heart.
I feel what I was saying was just like me and like the impact
The way they
on
opened
me,
Got it.
you up.
Yeah, and they were around the same time, so it was just like
Nice.
What was it? Was it just because they're doing different things that you've never heard before, or was it like a time in your life where like maybe their lyrics and the tone of their music aligned with like how you were feeling too?
It was
like
both.
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 That's cool.
Yes.
mean.
Good times.
Yeah.
Fuck, Mike Love is life changing.
Yeah. I mean, first hearing Dubconscious put a stamp in my life. Like, oh, boom, holy shit, these guys, you know. A shout out to Matty Dread for fucking introducing me to them. Like, I used to work at the water park. And he's like, hey, take a look at this, guys. And he put it in. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? He's like, they're from Hawaii. I'm like, what? I can't believe this shit. I mean, just like Ukla, you know, like Ukla is like groundbreaking shit. You know, you weren't coming from how we grew up.
Yeah.
You never heard something like Ukla until it came out. It's like so rootsy, fucking conscious vibes, bro. It came out of there. Like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Weren't they like a punk band?
They were.
Yes.
To begin?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah.
Is there somebody in your life that like turned you on to like these bands, or how did you like find these? Like he just said like his friend told him check out these bands and shit. Like, who
Which
in your
bands?
life? No, and he said like Ukla, like his coworker told him check out Ukla and all. You know, who in your life was like, hey, check out these bands, like.
Bruh. Oh.
Or is there a ton of people?
That's
Probably.
That's actually kind of a heavy story if
Are
we
going-
really get into it.
Oh shit.
We got time.
We got. I was just about to say the same
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, we got time. We're not going nowhere.
So like it was my homie that I grew up with.
Oh, are you gonna make us cry, dude?
No.
Fuck.
No. I think it's a cool story.
All right.
It's a cool story. I'll try not to fuck it up. Let me drink some water.
No, yeah, I think I'm ready. With a Kleenex. Oh yeah.
Tissue.
Grab a toilet paper.
I'll grab you some.
Wow, great minds think alike, dude.
It was my homie Alan, and he would show me all kinds of bands.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, he showed me Pepper. Why didn't you have some dirty hot sex with me? And I was like, oh shit. He showed me like, let the bodies hit the floor, all that kind of stuff. Like, Sugar We're Going Down, Fall Out Boy, all that shit. And I was just like, damn, this is cool. And then I went from there and I like got really into like punk and metal. And my first bands were like punk and metal and all that shit. And yeah. But then a few years, like a year after high school, I was like chilling one day with my friends and I found out that he died.
Oh shit.
And like I just didn't believe it at first. And I guess I should say I saw him a few months before that. And he was chilling. And we're like, oh, what? We're in Kanyohe by the Safeway. And across from the Windward Mall.
Right.
And we're like, oh, shit. And so we're talking, and we hadn't seen each other for a while. We're talking about all this cool, trippy stuff. Like, we had both opened our minds to new things. He was producing music. So I was like, cool, you're my homie, longtime homie, you're making music, And then he's like, okay, shoots, we'll hang out sometime. And then we were talking, then we messaged a bit, and we were like, oh yeah, the universe and like souls and all this like trippy shit. And then he died, you know, and like, then after that, I went and visited his family, you know, and then I went home, and it was, yeah, you know how it goes. And I came to, one night, I was sleeping, and I find myself, okay, but I didn't know I was sleeping yet. Sorry.
So you're dreaming, you mean?
Yeah,
You're
I'm dreaming.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm at my old house where he lived across the street. And I go on the street and I see this big truck. I was like, oh, that truck has never been there. And then I walk in. I still don't know it's a dream. And then I see Alan. And then he's like, let's go for a ride. And so we get in the truck and we go for a ride. And it's like a stick shift. And we park at this beach. And I look at the beach. And I was like, I've never been to this beach before. And then I look up at him and I'm like, wait, dude, you don't know how to drive stick shift. Oh, wait. No, you don't drive. You don't drive at all. Wait. You died, bro.
Right.
You know? And then he's like, yeah. And I was like, whoa, I'm dreaming, but I'm talking to him, I feel.
Right.
You know? And I said, I'm sorry that I didn't, like, hang out with you after we talked. And he's like, it's okay. And he's like, I was like, oh, I remember what we're talking about before.
Right.
The last thing we were talking about. And he's like, yeah, that's why it's all good, you know? Something like that. And
If you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you had this experience? Like
18, 19?
Okay.
19.
Heavy.
Yeah. Sorry for your last mental experience, a loss at that age. I'm right there with you too.
Thank you, man.
Close
Thank you.
friends.
Yeah.
Rest in love to all the homies out there.
Yeah.
Are you sure you were dreaming?
It's like a whole island.
Sounds like
a
some
vision,
ancestral
like a
plane
vision.
shit. Like
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
you were like actually might have been talking to him,
Yeah.
bro.
And
That's
to be,
what they say.
I'll be
Lucid
fair,
dreams
that was
are.
the goodbye right there.
I'm not gonna, like, you know,
Discredit that.
I'm not gonna say one way or the other.
I don't know.
Well, of course.
I would. I'd call it that way. I have a similar story with a friend too. That's why. That's heavy.
Yeah, so okay, so like, yeah, you're like, yeah, you died, and then what happened after that?
Then I literally remember in the dream, he started the car, and we drove back to the house in Kaneohe.
Whoa.
And then we went inside his front yard, where he would keep the tether ball sometimes.
Nice.
Right in the front yard.
Tell me you played around with tetherball.
Shoots. Yeah. Oh, no. No. I was just like, no, I didn't, because he always would beat me. That fucker would always beat me. So-
You just quit while you're ahead. You're like, fuck that. No tetherball now.
Yeah.
That's a heavy fucking story.
Yeah.
Dude. It shouldn't ever be discredited in any means, because it's a story of closure, you know. And that dude meant enough to you to where you've designated that portion of your life, whether it be a dream or not, for that closure, you know. And
Opening.
right, and it was a positive closure for you. You know, it wasn't any sadness or regret. The sadness was a loss, but also you've got it across that, hey, I'm fucking sorry we didn't hang out. But at the same time, he was like, hey, it's all good, because what we last talked about was fucking cherry. So it's a good squash for you. And I like it how you put a music spin on that, where like he was a main inspiration on all these different genres that normally you weren't exposed to. So it's a pretty heavy ass story, and you remembering that story keeps you fresh. I mean, from an outside perspective looking in, like, you remembering that story keeps you with an open mind on music from here on out, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, well,
Correct
it,
him.
It,
Correct
I feel like
him.
it did. I feel like it did even more than that for
Yeah.
me.
Mm.
Well, I don't want to say it. That's fucked up. But I was just like, you know, with him gone, I felt like I needed to like do something more with my life.
Oh, shit.
You know,
Uh-huh.
and to honor him too.
Yeah.
And so that's when I decided to go back to school. Actually, after that, I was like, I'm going back to school and I'm going to study astrophysics because that's what we were talking about, astrophysics and all that, because that was the shit back in like, right? 2013, 2014, right?
Right after December 21st, 2012 didn't happen. Everybody was like, shit, we better like study this stuff.
That's cool though. Like you took that fucking encounter and it motivated the shit out of you, even past music. You know.
Yeah.
Went to school. Yeah.
Sorry, what is the bathroom using?
Just go ahead.
put-
We can all take a break. I gotta piss too.
quick
We'll
break.
clap it back in when we.
Clapping out.
I mean, we don't have to. Just when we come back. Back from a pee-pee break. Truth.
What did we leave off on?
I don't know. We want to hear a crazy story.
Do tell.
Yes.
Me and my wife were at. I think it was actually Whole Foods at Kahala, in line waiting to like check out, and some random dude comes up to us
Uh-oh.
and is like, "Hey, you ever heard of spirit science?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What the fuck?" And normally I'm like, I would be like get away, like try to like get out of that situation, right? But for some reason I was like, no, like what is it? Like,
He got you, bitch.
what is it? And he tells me, oh, it's this YouTube channel. It has all these videos. He said, it looks like you'd be into it. And I was like, what the fuck is, like, okay, like, now I'm, like, curious, you know what I mean? Have you ever heard of spirit science?
Yes. That series of videos.
Yeah.
And then the blobby thing, and
Yeah.
he's talking like,
Patch.
like that.
His name's Patch. He's, like, their animated character.
Patch Adams.
There's, like, some
It
con-
was cool, but then it got all like ancient aliens-y,
Mhm.
like too ancient aliens-y.
Mm.
I like Asian aliens.
I loved it.
It's so entertaining.
But it's not like you know.
Right.
I feel like a better window into the ancient world would be like the indigenous stories.
Right.
Duh.
Right.
Right.
That's the horse's mouth that we can, rely on.
Yeah, but time and time again, it's discounted,
Right.
swept aside, and
It's aliens, bro.
They wipe them out. Yeah, they just take them out of existence.
I think it's just like it.
Don't deny the aliens, bro.
It's just not seeing the unity of everyone and everything. You know, and that's why aloha I believe, is the most important thing. I try to live my life like that.
Mm-hmm.
I try.
Mm-hmm. Nowadays, there's so much like, what do you call it? When you inspiration, it's like a negative connotation to like inspiration.
Influence?
When you have like a negative, like an influence of why you're gonna do something, or like
Trigger? No, not a trigger.
you know what I mean, right? What is that? What is that word when you have like an intention that's fucking pretty fucked up that you're just trying to get to? But everybody has like it's money, right? Like money is the driving force behind everything, and I think that creates what we're talking about. Like
Right.
it's something that we've created that like there's no harmony in money. We're just trying to make more of it. It's a volatile fucking resource. While the Hawaiians and our indigenous fucking ancestors, they learned to live in harmony with the land. So it was a sustainable way of living. It wasn't like, all right, you need to go to fucking work to make money to buy something that changes value. So your money and your value, your work and your time could be worth $1 or $3, depending on what fucking Wall Street says. You know what I mean? The Hawaiians is like, let me farm this fucking kalo. What kind of fish you got? All right, I'll give you kalo for your fish. Fucking barter system rules. 100%.
Yup.
And I think like a lot of it also had to do like, hey, you gotta fish. Like you're the fishers, you gotta go fish. It's not like people were just doing it for like to be like it was like established like that's your role in this system that we have that keeps us sustainable. It's like you're the fishers, you gotta go fish. You're the planters, you gotta go plant. You're the this, you gotta do this. And we're not really like trading. It's more like everybody comes together and shares resources within that same one. Yeah. That's the word I was looking for. But and then the next one over might have different shit. So that's where you're trading, right?
And where they live too, right? So it's like if I live near the ocean, my family is fishermen. So I'm not gonna fucking take a trip up the mountain and come down to go fish. We live down here. We don't belong up there. You guys are already up there.
You mean they didn't like go up there and like?
I'm sure they did, but it's like it's not my role to be
planting up there while
planting up there when I'm living down here. So
is that how it was?
I mean, it's kind of fucking common sense, right? It's like, yo, bro, where you live? In the tree line. What you do? I'm a fisherman. No, I don't think that's how.
Yeah, everyone had their role.
Yeah. Right. Bigger picture, my friends.
You know, it's funny.
They didn't have like a money system. Everything was just like it was just like fucking trade shit.
They had a Kapu system. Two shout-outs in one. That's fucking good.
That's why I was gonna say the Ahupua system. I think if you left, you got killed, right?
You're taken away from the system.
If you were like caught leaving your Ahupua, you would be chased down, and they would try and kill you.
Like if you're trying to like completely leave it to go to another one, or like just if you like decide to go walk off into another one.
Yeah, if you're trying to like bust a move into another Ahupua with another Ali'i in it, and then once you get there, they would try and kill you.
Yeah,
you're draining.
Why would anybody want to do that shit? Why would you ever try to like abandon your shit and
you
go
didn't
somewhere?
like your Ali'i maybe? Or?
Yeah, but if you know, no matter which one you go to, they're gonna when you get there, you're not gonna be greeted openly.
Right, and like they were literally Aina warriors, you know, they're just all the time, and we can't be that, you know, we shouldn't be that now, but that, you know, I feel like that inspired me a lot. You know, my culture, our culture, our upbringing, you know, and like,
It's the warrior in the garden mentality.
I suck at fishing. Thank God I can plant something. You know what I mean? Fuck, dude. I like fish, but I can't fish to save my fucking life. So it's a good trade-off, you know. It's like the shout out to the boys in Molokai. They're overran by deer, so now like they're bringing the numbers back, and now I think that's a point away to fucking put out, you know, to sell at that point in time, because they're overran. Their environment's getting fucking thrown off. They're getting erosion.
Right.
The ocean's getting suffocated by the red dirt.
They're not native to the land.
But aren't those deers? Yeah, they're not supposed to be there anyway. So
yeah, but they keep regulation. But since COVID hit, the hunters weren't getting their tags to go there. So and they all went to private land. So I guess they're doing their own eradication system, right?
You know who I believe was it deer or was it goats and horses to Hawaii? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Captain Vancouver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, who like Vancouver is named after, right?
Oh.
And then when he came here, he donated or he gave, I believe it was cows and goats to the people of Hawaii.
Right on.
For food, you know? And that was pretty cool, but he didn't realize.
He didn't
It
know.
was right here. It was in 1867. The trading company Jardine Matheson allegedly brought 7 of the spotted deer from India to Molokai at King Kamehameha V's request.
And then boom, like fucking population explosion.
It is delicious.
Well, that's the deer you're talking about, yeah. On
Yeah,
Molokai.
this is deer.
Deer, okay.
But
I think I was actually thinking of cows and goats, so my bad. But yeah,
but still, yeah, like goats have a fucking hella like a bad impact to our environment. What is that native bird that they almost ran out. They feed on this one specific tree. It's an endemic bird, I believe, right? Or indigenous. I don't know what category. I don't want to give it a category. But the goats eat that tree, and that specific tree is like
It's their food.
Or where they nest and shit. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm sure there's a lot of like mishaps with bringing in new shit that fucked Hawaii's ecology up.
the mongoose.
Yeah.
Who'd you say brought horses?
No, I think it was cows actually.
Oh, cows.
Cows and goats. Maybe.
Goats was Captain Cook. Sorry, I'm not fact checking here.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
curious
No,
too
no,
because I'm
thank
like,
you.
"Damn,
The
who
goat.
brought all this stuff? Yeah, goats
Thank
was
you.
Captain
Thank
Cook.
you for looking it up.
Yes, thank
Anu.
you.
Anu, you learning? You watching and learning? You shadowing?
Audio
Butt
is a
naked?
hard job, bro. Don't
Richard
fuck with
Richard-
audio.
Cleveland brought horses and presented the animal as a gift to King Kamehameha the First.
Makes sense.
Boom.
But it's like it just happened to get out of control. I'm sure it was like being managed nicely. I'm sure it was like totally cool, and then something happened. Like just like
A storm could have
I was
just
gonna
broke
say,
free.
just like on Kauai, why there's so many wild chickens because Iniki or Evo, whichever one it was, came and like broke down a ton of chicken coops when the hurricane was so bad.
The
And now
wallabies
they're all
and
wild,
that.
and now it's everywhere. They're
That makes so much sense.
Vancouver was cows. Vancouver is cows. He brought cows as,
Vancouver, okay.
as a gift to King Kamehameha the First, and he said he put a kapu on them so they could multiply.
like build the
Hawaiians
stock
like
first.
that beef luau, son.
Right.
He's like, oh, we love this shit.
Right
Kilo,
on.
they
That
shooting
was
wild
elite
peoples,
stuff, like pig and all that. Like that wasn't normal to eat.
Right.
That was like special occasion shit. Like
Mm.
when it came to meat, 'cause most of the time you're eating poi and maybe like fish. Like I think like protein like that was like rare. Like I mean we had it, but it wasn't like something they're eating all the time. Especially since Hawaiians are like into like conservation and you know what I mean, sustainability. So they
Right.
weren't like
And you're talking like Kahiko days, yeah.
oh yeah.
But so what did they bring over when they came from
Pig?
Polynesia and
Pigs?
all over down there?
They
They
to
brought
eat?
Rooster,
pigs. Yeah, they
the
brought
chicken.
pigs. Yeah,
Pigs,
pigs
chickens.
aren't native. Yeah, they brought
Banana?
the pigs.
Right.
Right?
They brought kalo, yeah.
Kalo.
They brought kalo with them. Yeah.
I think there must have been
Uala?
some. I mean, coconut must have been here. Must have already been here. There must
Dogs.
have been a ton
They brought
of,
dogs
like,
over.
Yeah.
Edible-
they did.
like
they must have ate
greenery
chickens a
that
lot then.
existed on
Hey.
these islands when they arrived. I know they brought shit to like plant,
I think-
but
Yeah, I mean, there are some. I remember someone taught me there was this one plant that you can eat the stem of it, the top of the stem. Sorry, the top of the stem, and it tastes like a mushroom.
Oh, there's a flower like that.
Is it the flower?
It's a blue flower. It tastes like
Okay.
fucking mushrooms.
It's the blue flower. My bad. Yes.
I love that thing.
Do we have that
Oh my
here?
God. Yes, we do. It's all over the mountains. It looks like an orchid where it shoots out it's like my finger and it's a tiny little blue flowers on it. You see it
What part do you
everywhere.
eat? The whole flower?
Yep.
Oh.
Like chefs use that as garnishes,
You can
dude.
eat the wrong one and
I think
die.
there's like the
get
kind
your
of
girl
bud
right
part.
into
I
that.
think
Yeah.
you can
You can eat
that
that too?
Yeah,
No
I think
shit.
so.
I was
I
wrong
think that's
collecting
what I was
flowers and
thinking of.
eating it. Like, oh man, this tastes so good.
But you fact check me on that. No, sorry, all these fact
Yeah,
checks.
we don't want to poison somebody out there. Like, eat the flower. It would
No,
fucking be
no.
fine. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think you can eat those. The top of the bud.
I think if I remember
Oh
correctly,
shit. That was it.
someone fact check that. but
Word.
I,
Blue flower.
see, the mind of
Eat a
I
Chinese.
feel I feel cocky saying it, but I gotta say it. The mind of an artist is just so, like, I feel constantly chaotic.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I'm always like just feeling music and hearing it. Like almost all. Of course, there's times when it's like, oh, it turns off, you know. But I feel like right now, I feel there's a song playing in my head, you know, and I just got to do it.
All right.
It's just simple as that.
You've incorporated mushrooms into your music.
Does that answer your question?
That does answer my question.
say no more, my friend.
Yeah. I got into all types of music.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I feel like after experiencing certain things,
Opens you up to different
yeah, I never looked at Tool the same. We were talking about Tool earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
I've never done that with like with music, where I've gone deep into different types of music and experienced Tool in that way, or Pink Floyd in the way that people describe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Me too.
This may sound super lame, but I like to like watch Ancient Aliens and shit.
No, you're talking
No,
like
it's cool. It's
it
cool.
could be like a nostalgic feeling that band brings you back. You know what I mean? Like when simpler times, when you were a kid and you sit down and like, holy shit, this band blew me away. So whenever like that's Tool for me, right? So it's like, whoa, what the fuck when I listened to them in elementary, and now it's like when I listen to it as an adult, it brings me back to when I was a kid. But now like I can understand what he's talking about, or like at least comprehend what he's talking about, you know, and like make that extra piece of the puzzle fit into the music genre, which is Tool, bro. Because, fuck, dude, I just love their music that they're putting out, and I had no idea what he was talking about, like the Shadow Realm shit. Oh my god.
Tool is deep. Tool is definitely a big inspiration for
Yeah.
me too.
Hell yeah. I always felt ashamed, like when I go like hang out with like my cousins and stuff. They all like the same type of music, you know, like the whole typical local music. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I like that too.
Yeah.
But then when I would like, let me put on the music, and I'd put on like Tool, and I'm like, what the fuck
Yeah.
are you listening to? And I'm like, fuck, I'm sorry, dude.
Too angry or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not even angry. Like, I'm happy listening to this shit, but I'm like, I can't play that in the fucking family get together. That's shitty for me, you know. And like, I don't meet a lot of people because I love all kinds of music. You know, country's probably my least on the bottom of the totem pole, but I love all types of music, and like I'll listen to them all freely. But I feel like I'm judged on what I listen to because of who I'm around sometimes, you know.
That's how the people who like country music feel when they're around you.
Yep. Hey, fuck them. Kudos. But no, yeah, I mean, fuck. Like, I'll listen to some country music, and it's not my first, like, go-to on my phone. You know what I mean? It's like, I go through everything else.
Right.
But, like, Skinner. I like Leonard Skinner. And they're half-half, I'd say, like, in and out. Like, they have that country feel and that country message, but they're, what would you say that they would fall under?
Southern rock,
Southern rock?
classic rock,
Mm.
and then also labels are for soup cans. But
Redneck shit.
if we did put a label on that soup can, that's what I would say.
Yeah,
It's- yeah, Southern rock, classic rock.
I look at them like
Pontoon
I would
rock.
be like it's a country rock, right? Like I would
That's
say
more
they have,
CCR, right?
but they're from California, you know, like
Yeah, exactly.
they're singing about the South, but
About
they're from
the bayou.
California, right?
Yeah.
But I love fucking CCR.
4th of July parade shit.
No, like there's a what's it called? Lodi. That's a badass song,
Oh
you know.
my god.
I mean, they have an extensive catalog, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
They have classics.
I mean, it's you grew up on that shit, and you can't get around
I
it.
didn't.
You know?
I found it more as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't hear like your mom then playing it in the background and like, oh, that's a cool
Not
song.
necessarily
Yeah, that's-
Credence, but like, they listen to other cool shit.
You know? Bill Withers. Holy fuck, dude! I hear Bill Withers. I'm like,
Yeah.
yep,
In the car, my
Little
parents
bit.
used to listen to KSSK,
yeah.
which was playing like those kind of classics and shit. So yes, but like at the time, I wasn't even like picking up that I was hearing these. You know what I mean? I wasn't that
Registering.
like conscious to music at all. Like I would hear it. I knew all the words. I could sing along, but I never just because you hear them repeatedly.
Right.
And kids are like sponges. But now, then as an adult, going back and like, oh shit, that was this band, and oh fuck, so many of
bad.
these songs was fucking Credence. Like goddamn, like
They were popular,
And then
man.
like, what else bands are like that? Like Queen too. So many
Queen.
songs
Yep.
are Queen songs, like,
Stevie Wonder.
right? And
Stevie, constant good songs.
yeah, there's so many.
Bob Dylan. Yeah. Bob Marley.
My parents used to listen to like Simon and Garfunkel.
Simon and
You know what I mean?
Garfunkel.
So like a lyricist, like weird ass folk
And
lyrics,
Paul Simon.
but like yeah.
And Paul Simon as a, I said his name.
Solo
Paul Simon.
artist?
Yeah.
My sister had a big influence on my musical taste too. She like exposed me like ska music and shit,
I love ska.
which
music.
led me to like punk music, which led like
Yeah.
and for some reason, punk rock is like an avenue. I discovered like reggae and like it went back to like roots and then found like rude boy music and then like all these like roots rock reggae and like old school Jamaican music from punk rock. It's so weird. I don't know.
Yep.
I find it interesting, but yeah, for my sister.
It's because that out of the box thinking that punk rock exposes you to, right? Because there is ska in punk. Like the basis of ska comes out in punk, you know.
I don't know. I
You
feel
hear that-
like punk rock singers a lot of punk bands have like one or two like ska or even reggae sounding, even though the subject matter and the lyrics aren't like reggae. You know what I mean? They might be saying "fuck the government" or "kill all the white man" or some shit, but fucking
Sublime was really good with that, where he would the dance hall, he'd put it into everything, into his music.
Yes.
well, he
Sublime.
blended it like it was
Bradley.
like that kind of like
SoCal
spunk
feel.
Bradley.
ska punk reggae. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if we want to talk about another huge inspiration for me,
Bradley.
Bradley Noel changed the way I looked at music.
He's why I went to Long Beach for college.
You wanted to be LBC Dub All Star.
I was like, dude, he went here. I need to go here. Let's go.
You heard that one album, Bradley Noel and Friends,
Yes.
where it's all the acoustic. It's like, well, it's not all the.
That's the
but-
one that Rivers of Babylon is on.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
there's like
Ooh.
a bunch of like 4-track recordings where it's just like
Acoustic
him
pull
and or like those old school
Oh,
tape recorders,
Yeah.
and he just hits record like
Yes.
and just him and the guitar and like probably high out of his fucking mind on most of those because it sounds like they're just in like a room. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so fucking good,
Yes.
dude. And
Yes.
people will talk shit about Sublime, and he's not that good, but
He's good as fuck. Come on now.
that band influenced a generation of bands that followed in the wake of like the Sublime movement. Like, Fortunate
Exactly.
You, all the like California reggae bands that are like,
Slightly stupid.
yeah, all of these, and then like
Slightly Stupid knew them, right?
Yes.
Didn't
that's all the
they,
same like
They toured together.
Well, didn't when they were
Skunk
like
Records.
young, when Slightly Stupid was young, they were like opening for Sublime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's another
Yeah.
talented guitar player. His rhythm and how he plays guitar.
Oh my gosh. yeah.
fucking dude. My
Well,
God.
both the dudes in Slightly Stupid are awesome. The two main dudes, both awesome. I love Slightly Stupid. And yeah, I saw them at Kakako too.
Right. I remember they came down. Fuck. I missed that one.
That was so cool those days. Those those concerts. But
We'll get them back.
well,
sure.
didn't someone like die or something?
Huh?
I think that's why.
at one of those. They
Yeah.
fell down the hill and just kept rolling ass. I'm sorry, it's disrespectful. We should have.
You went hard in the paint there,
No,
bro.
because
I think
I've
people
seen it
usually died
happen.
of-
Not died though.
I think it's so stupid because people usually, or a lot of times, people have went to a rave, taken ecstasy, right, and because of the ecstasy, they start like dancing, but they don't feel that they're thirsty.
Dehydration.
Their body shuts off the dehydration channel,
Yeah.
and so they keep going, and then they end up dying or passing out. So that happened a few times.
I'm sure.
You know? And oh yeah, why? Also because if you want to buy a bottle of water there, fucking $5.
Yeah.
5
Buy
hours
that,
in
buy
line.
that water though. That $5 save your life.
True
Yeah.
story.
But
Just
it's
gotta wait
so
5 hours in line.
fucked up, actually, if you think about
It
it.
should be free. Like they should have a
It
tap where
should
you
be
just fill up your
free.
bottles.
So
when
what?
you rave for like a long time, water's key. So like that's your main priority to the night. Plus, having fun responsibly.
Have you been to a lot of raves?
Fuck yeah.
A few.
I went to one rave. I was stoned out of my mind when we got there, just from weed and just regular, and it scared the fuck out of me.
But don't take any rave.
It was just too intense. That music isn't for me. I need music that like
Mellows
is
you out.
mellow, especially being super stoned. I never did like tried ecstasy or any other drugs, so it's just like being high and just like
You'd like-
it reminded me, and I kept telling my friends, and I was joking it, and I probably was saying it way too loud because the music's loud, so you're yelling at your friends,
I
right?
hate this fucking place.
They're gonna get us, all these zombies and fucking vampires and shit. It reminded me of fucking Blade. The intro to Blade when that one dude gets lured in and like, bruh, You're dead, son.
They're goth dancing.
That's what it felt like.
I
And
was
like,
super into rave. I was so into that music at one point, but I never did X or anything because I've
Yeah.
been to raves and dude, people that are on X, like when I would walk in, like dude, they're like all along the wall, just like slumped down, and they had people taking. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? I'm like, they're on X. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want that. Like,
Back in-
you know, I was like, fuck that shit.
back in the day, the people went hard and they didn't really like pace themselves. You know what I'm saying? And what was the name of their band again? That one band you
I don't
split?
know. That's a band, though, yeah.
There's a lot of that again is human nature. No pace, just fucking pedal to the metal. Hey, there's a new drug. Let me do it. I don't care. Fucking as much as I can right now.
And then I saw they used to use the Vicks, right? Like when they do X or whatever, because he had I guess the one you inhale kind of thing.
You stick it in
So
your
I
nose.
saw, so I
deep
saw
into
one guy
this
stick it in his
spicy,
nose, then he gave it to like this girl, his friend, and she put it in her mouth and to fucking like blow
Yeah,
it.
the
I
guy
was
put it
like,
in his
"Oh."
butthole,
I was
and he's like,
"Oh,
"Hey,
God, man, like what the fuck is going on here? Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't need that."
He's like, puff, puff,
We don't
pass,
claim
baby.
them. We don't claim them.
I remember these kids I went to school with. They had like that rush or whatever, and at one of our school dances, they were doing it in the bathroom. I was like, what the fuck?
I was a kid doing Raven's Revenge in the bathroom and shit, man. Remember that? You don't remember Raven's Revenge? Do you remember Raven's Revenge?
No, what is that?
The fucking powdered sugar that you'd get in the tubes?
Oh,
That
okay,
candy?
yeah.
And what'd you do?
man.
Snort it?
Jeez, look at you.
I don't know what the fucking time I'm doing it in the bathroom. Why do you have to
fucking
hide it?
eat it, dude?
Wrong podcast.
Yeah, but you're like, I'm doing it in the bathroom.
Snorting sugar.
Yeah, I was like,
Wrong
fucking
podcast.
candy.
Anyway.
People are into some fucking crazy shit, man. You could put anything in people's hands and they'll fucking do it, no questions asked, man.
But you know what I'm hearing a lot about nowadays is people testing their street drugs.
Yes.
Smart.
Like getting testing kit, because fentanyl is a motherfucker right now. And people are, it's scary, bro. Like to think like you can't just go meet up fucking and grab whatever.
It's an interesting debate, though. It's like, do you think black market should be kind of like coddled a little bit to where you give people these tests and they can do what they want to do?
There is that, right?
You don't have to give
Available.
people-
No,
You
no,
just buy it.
I'm talking about on like a government level. Like, hey, you know, I can go into a place, get this test, no problem, no questions asked. You know what I mean?
You talking about like the clean needle program type of shit? where they
Yes,
give
but
them,
for like
that,
cocaine
free
and
tests
fentanyl
stuff.
and whatever else they throw that shit in. Like, I believe it
Aren't
was
you
heroin.
Kind of like encouraging it though.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
I
Like,
guess that's what needles can be too. Though.
That's
right, there's a fine line
I
of
think-
like, what do you want to take that
I
shit?
think that's like a good idea, but if it's government run, then there's gonna be records kept on it.
Right.
They might be bad records, who knows, but there'll be records kept, and that data could be used
Right.
for bad things in the
They're
future.
gonna make take-home tests then. And be like
They do.
take
They
it or
have.
don't.
You can buy it like on Amazon.
for like cocaine and
No, no,
shit.
but
Yes.
like
They
it,
test for fentanyl.
it's
on
more so like the
any of your
government
drugs.
saying like, okay, we embrace the fact that we have a drug problem, but instead of having people drop dead because of this pandemic or epidemic of fucking fentanyl, that you know what, fuck it, we'll just give you guys the power to go test it yourself.
You
Put money
can. I
into
mean, you
tests.
can just buy the tests. They're not illegal.
No, I'm talking about like them, you being able to go into a fucking place and be like, hey, I need these tests.
for free, like
For
a government
free.
program for free. Is what
But
he's
if you
saying.
want rehabilitation,
Nah,
you can do that too. Right?
because it's easy enough to just get them.
But then you have methadone clinics.
yeah,
It's easy enough to just get the tests and test your own shit.
like your plants.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah,
something
look no
better
further.
the government could be putting the money into to stop it rather than be like, hey, if you're gonna do it, we're gonna have you tested. But is there like a program do you think they could do?
How much time you
with
got,
that
bro?
money?
There's a lot actually.
They're coddling the black market, right? And that's what it is, saying that, okay, yeah, it's okay for you to go, as we have testing your drugs is available, so people can still go to the street and do it. The government can also be like, hey, you know what? I am the supplier of your fucking drugs. Come to me. So there's two options that can present itself it could be detrimental in both ways, like bad ideas in both scenarios.
Right, just legalize everything and then make everyone test everything.
Right, but yeah, if you legalize everything now, you gotta think about expunging people's records, and like that's a lot of fucking settlement money in itself. Like if I went to jail for 20 years for being a fucking crackhead, and then I'm like, oh, dude, I lost 20 years of my fucking life, and now crack's legal. What the fuck? You know,
you can't sue over that though, right?
Well, there's
if
a
they
lot of
expunge
people
your
I'm sure there's
still
gonna
in-
be some stipulations, but
because
dude,
it was
there's,
like a law at the time, you know, but they're expunging it. So.
but it's someone's life they're talking about, dude. Like, fuck.
Unless
dude.
they prove the law to be like unconstitutional or something.
right
Maybe.
at that time when it was
Right.
law. Like I don't think you could sue if they expunge it, and like with cannabis, like how there's they're talking about doing it again. They're gonna say they're gonna expunge everyone's record and release them from jail and shit. But I don't think you can sue them because
So
it was a law at the time.
I'm like on a 20-year sentence. Okay, you let me out in 5. It's like, wow, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's illegal. So this whole time,
What did
the
they
time
do
you
in
did
like?
it? It was illegal though.
What did they
I,
do?
I
in Ca-
understand, but like, I would be myself if that happened to me. I'd be like, I knew this shit wasn't bad all along, and I got thrown in fucking jail over a stupid rule that was made that was erased anyway. Like, I knew this motherfucker's gonna be erased while I was sitting in jail for 5 fucking years, and then you guys did it. Now what?
How about this? All of the people who are sitting in state prisons for weed charges in states that it's now legal recreationally, did they get let go?
That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, I'm asking you, did they?
The fuck I know.
I don't know.
bro.
Why don't you look it up? But I don't think they did. So that tells you what the government's gonna do. They're gonna leave your ass in there. Because I think like what you're saying is you got busted when it was illegal, and maybe you finish up your shit, or maybe we reconsider. Like they evaluate each case. They can't just blanket let everybody out.
Oh yeah, but I mean, each case, like let's say it was unconstitutional, right? And you fucking went in, and you fucking sued a government for mad money because you went in unconstitutionally. You lost a chunk of your life, and now it's legal. So you were fucking in the right from the very beginning.
They would just pay out millions of dollars in settlements.
I feel like we all know the U.S. government does not like pay off. They don't pay what they should.
But there would be a lot
They're
of
not gonna get it.
protests that would slow that process down. That whole like blanket. Okay, everything's fucking good. All drugs are good. That's just too much of a fucking general green light. There's got to be more details in that. Like how Mike was saying. Like, okay,
Right.
all drugs legal. Like, fuck, dude. There's so much complex situations out
Right.
there.
I think another crazy thing that would happen is if companies and like modern marketing and all that took over all of that,
Coca-Cola with meth.
Yeah.
Get it.
Come to our meth Airbnb, but it's like classy. It's not a trap house. It's like really classy.
It's drywall,
mansion.
clean, no windows.
What if you could trash it all you wanted to high on meth, and then like the next guest comes in and it's brand new again?
Right.
Damn, dude.
So it says, yeah, like they keep you in jail. Like, I mean, every state is different, but this one I'm reading, I think, was for, was it Washington?
State or
Where did the state, right? They legalized or whatever.
Even I think it's legal in DC too.
DC?
Yeah, but it says that I guess they got to go case by case because it says most people that are in jail or in prison for it were for like, intent to distribute like big charges rather than just minor possession.
Right.
But in California, it said their district attorney goes through all the cases and then they've been starting to parole people, like, because they'll look into details and be like, okay, it wasn't that bad, we'll parole you.
Even if there's no restitution in that, but think about all the time
You can
and
do
money.
a civil suit against the state though.
It says you can try to sue them, but
Yeah.
you're probably not going to fucking.
Yeah.
But think about all that money that's wasted in the court system, and
There's that too, yeah.
Imagine the commercials and ads in California and in Washington State where like, were you incarcerated wrongly for a fucking
For real.
bullshit weed charge? Call the law attorney a fucking
Better call Saul.
and we'll fucking prosecute your case.
yeah.
And then we'll
Better
smoke
call
a joint
Saul.
after.
Better call
The
Saul.
Pot Brothers at
So
law.
should I smoke a joint again like that?
No, I don't do it like that. Mermaids do it like
but
that.
think about like coming out of prison and then seeing the shit you got put in prison on a fucking commercial. Oh, dude, I'd be fucking.
I mean, those
so
motherfuckers
mad.
know what's going on in the
Fuck,
outside
they'd be
world. They know
stoked.
that. But that's like what you said. They're in there for other shit. You know what I mean?
Most
Like,
of the time, yeah, it's for
Yeah.
like
Right.
bigger crimes, yeah.
I believe.
That's
So
why
you're
I
gonna
feel
light
like,
this fat fucking joint?
that's why I feel like they're
we?
just keeping a bunch of data.
Yeah. Statistics.
all it is.
Data. That's like, we thought we were the age of like technology, but then we're like, no, we're the age of information, which is data.
Right.
You know, it's like, how can we make
Your
more
data.
data fit onto a smaller thing? How
Your
can we make all this data green?
Right.
Well, then what does that mean?
Nowadays, it means what your ad is going to be on Facebook.
yeah.
For real, that's big money.
Yeah.
Them tracking you and shit. Oh man, that's such big money. Imagine if there's a way we could sell
You're the
our
product.
data. Right, because we're the product. If I could be like,
They're selling it.
like I
Oh.
decide, like if you're a company, you come, like you're trying to sell my likes so you can show me the ads. You know what I mean? You try to sell whatever it is, rather than them just tracking you and taking it, you know, that way.
That must be why Ryan Reynolds bought Mint Mobile. Because he has access to that whole database now. Ryan Reynolds is actually secretly an evil genius.
Yeah. My
Immortal.
my mother-in-law
Ryan
uses
Reynolds.
Mint Mobile, and then she didn't know. She'd have never seen the commercial. She was just looking online for like the best deals in phones, and she came across it and switched over and signed up. And then one day, randomly, the commercial comes on, and she's like, "Holy shit! Did you know Ryan Reynolds is the owner of my cell phone company?" It's like, fuck yeah!
He owns you now and all your information.
Deadpool has your info.
Deadpool. Yeah, I think
don't
they're
need it.
making another Deadpool movie.
I hope
yeah,
so.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
What up with the 4D theater experience?
What's up with all that fucking charcoal on your shirt,
4D
bro?
Theater. What is that?
Where somebody blows in your face when the wind blows on.
It shoots like water and shit at you. Like,
Yeah, that's funny. I shrunk the
No,
kids
that's like some
fucking
Disney shit. When you
no,
go to
it's
rides.
out here.
But I mean, like that's kind of what they're doing now. Like, is like physical.
They cannot be
experience.
spraying on you during that fucking pandemic, bro.
There's a guy in the back going right on top of you.
Sneezing on your neck.
Dude, have you read Brave New World or A Brave New World by Aldous Huxley? Sir Aldous Huxley.
The
No, I
oldest of the
haven't.
Huxleys.
He's the guy who wrote The Doors of Perception.
I've never read it, but I've heard it referenced in conspiracy circles.
Oh, well, that's where The Doors got the inspiration for their band name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard conspiracy theories about the Doors as well. Sorry, I'm turning it into a wrong podcast. Wrong tangent. So
I have
music.
a feeling he's gonna bring up Charles Manson anytime.
So
I was
music.
like,
Hey, same thing. They're all a part of the same conspiracy. Laurel Canyon, look it up.
oh man,
California, baby, the valley.
Anu.
He's sleeping.
Major. I haven't read that book.
Yeah, it's about this like dystopian society in which people are like separated from birth by a class system, and they're like alphas and betas and deltas and gammas or something like that. And the gammas, they get alcohol put into their bloodstream when they're in utero,
Huh.
and they don't actually like naturally. Humans don't naturally create humans anymore. It's like this computer or this machine system made all the people.
It's like where Mad Max draws some of its inspiration from.
Yeah, the book was written in like the 30s or something.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So was 1984.
No, 1984 was
Written in 1981.
1948. It was published in 1948.
48.
And then actually Aldous Huxley wrote a letter to Eric Blair or George Orwell, and he told him. So basically, the difference between 1984 and A Brave New World is George Orwell says that the government will take over based on, they will use your fear to control you. They will use fear and constant surveillance to control you. And that's like been the thought for a long time. But now I think people are starting to realize, and this is what Aldous Huxley wrote about in the 30s, is no, they use your desires to control you. They use your wants and that's like, consumerism.
Facebook.
Yeah.
That's how they were able to control
Facebook.
people in power based on what they're into.
Yep.
and they know that what you're into, you don't want other people to know you're into.
I've had conversations with
Hold
friends
that over
about
your head.
like camera stuff, like we're talking, and then I'll go home later and I'm going through Facebook and it's showing me ads of the same fucking shit we were talking about. It's fucking crazy, dude. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
fuck, these fucking guys are listening. Like, damn,
Oh,
that's
100%.
so crazy. And I'm kind of getting tired of Facebook. I don't know if you guys noticed, like, so much more ads. Like, you might see two friends posting an ad, where before, like, you had a lot more posts. There's so much more ads now. It's crazy.
You guys still fuck with Facebook?
Got to keep up with some people. I don't go on. Like, I just, like, keep up with friends on there. I don't
It's
really
it's
post
good.
shit.
It's a good avenue to keep up with.
That's
friends.
all I use it for. I'm not, like, posting shit
But
every day.
fuck,
Like,
dude.
I'm over here right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of shit.
Why don't you just link it up with your Instagram and everything you post on IG will just post to your Facebook?
That's all I post is whatever I post on IG is all I post on Facebook normally because it's linked that way. But I don't go on there and be like, I did this today at this place at this time, and you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's
nah.
is that what people use Facebook for still?
Dude,
I thought Facebook is
I had a
just
friend, a
fucking.
classmate's like, gonna shower after I watch iCarly.
For
I was like,
real.
wait, did he just fucking say that? It's like, first of all, I don't want to know when you fucking showered, and why are you watching iCarly? You're a 36-year-old man. I mean, whatever. But fuck, man, come on.
The new iCarly.
No, the old retro iCarly. My daughter watches that shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
fuck,
I watched it when I was a kid.
dude. When I was
Feeling
yeah.
nostalgic.
Yeah, right.
What I watched a lot though was Jimmy Neutron.
My
I
man.
loved that.
Shane was
Fucking show.
Sheen. He was my fucking favorite.
I think at the time for me that was Invader Zim, maybe.
Sheen.
I was fucking watch it all the time.
I love when Sheen, like Jimmy Neutron, made he made like a serum, or was it like a technology, some kind of device to make Sheen really smart, and his brain
Yes.
started growing.
He knew everything.
And he became a dick.
I think it was like, what did Jimmy Neutron say? He was like, "Oh, I am so and so," and then Carl was like, "I am a Gemini," and then fucking Sheen's like, "I am Mexican." And I was fucking laughing so hard, bruh.
Oh right, I think Sheen
She was
is
Spanish, dude.
based off Charlie Sheen.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, I think he has the same name.
Huh. Go
Listen
figure.
to these fucking nerds over here, you guys. Talking about fucking Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy
Fucking
Neutron.
conspiracy right now.
They ragging on this guy's ragging on iCarly and is like getting all excited about Jimmy Neutron.
Well, we're talking about when we used to watch
to
Jimmy
each their
Neutron,
own.
right?
To each their own. Hey,
Back when I was like still a really sheltered kid,
Yeah.
I fucking spent a whole summer watching Jimmy Neutron
Right.
and Fairly Odd Parents.
They did a mashup too,
Really
right?
are-
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
You guys are showing you guys
Of
age
course.
I'm trying
right
to think
now.
of what I watched on
And
TV.
SpongeBob.
Dragon Ball.
How
man.
old were you?
How old am I?
Showing
How old
age
were
right
you
now.
when you were watching this shit? I don't know. Well, I guess how old are you? I don't know.
Still watch cartoons.
I forget.
I'm
Come
trying
back.
to think of,
Wait,
like, what I
ask me
was
that question later.
Like, I don't know. I never watched Jimmy Neutron. I never watched iCarly.
Oh, yeah.
I watched
12.
Rocko's Modern Life.
Yep.
But I don't remember
Yeah,
how old
see.
I was.
Hey,
I watched
We
Arnold.
were the same age,
I
so
was-
that's what I used to watch.
I was 11,
Ren and Stimpy.
10, 10, 11.
Hey Arnold.
11. The Simpsons.
Animaniacs.
Simpsons.
Bro, yeah.
Teenage Mutant
Animaniacs.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, of course.
Teenage-
the original like cartoon shit.
Yes.
Kind,
Denver
right?
the Last Dinosaur.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm with you.
Dude.
We're there.
Do you guys remember the original animated Clone Wars? Star Wars Clone Wars?
I only-
animated,
After a time.
not,
Not
the
the CG.
CGI. The
No.
original animated, like short story episodes version. Yeah,
Are those on Disney Plus now? Maybe.
I don't know.
They got
I think so.
everything,
Yes,
that's why.
I think
only.
so. I think so.
They
never
have like a
watched those.
cool ass Star Wars thing of all like anime themed shorts. Have you seen those?
Yes.
Yes.
They're super cool.
Star Wars
Watching with my
Visions.
kids. Yeah, Visions. Those are
Visions.
cool. I was watching with my kids.
You guys ever saw Afro Samurai?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used
Yes.
to watch that.
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Samurai
Yes.
Jack. But it came back around, you know. Samurai Jack made a
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
comeback.
gonna
It didn't
revamp
do as
it, yeah.
well, bro.
Doug.
Oh, it already
Dog.
did.
Yeah.
They already released.
Yeah, it came out actually a while ago.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
check it
Nickelodeon.
out.
Damn.
Dare. How about Dare? Was it
Dare.
Remember?
No, there's a
Nickelodeon?
drug abuse resistance
What was it?
education.
Double Dare.
Double Dare. That was the shit.
What,
Always wanted to go
Cold
on that.
Lyoko, anybody?
What
Salute
about
your shorts.
Forbidden Temple?
Oh,
yeah.
Legends
I
of
know.
the Hidden
used to
Temple.
get
Is that
so
what it's called?
mad.
Is that what it's called? Okay, yeah.
I used to
With
get
Michael
so
Malley?
mad.
Where they come out rah, and grab you. I'm like, oh, that's so
There were
scary.
these
I
game
get
shows
so mad
on
at those kids. Like,
Nickelodeon.
what the fuck is wrong with you? You can't do
Like,
this.
I remember those. I
Obstacle course
vaguely-
game shows. I mean, you can find
Yes.
clips of it on
Guts?
YouTube.
The slime. You
Guts.
get slimed.
Right.
Yeah.
Or what was the one with Mark Summers?
Guts.
Was Double
Is that
Dare?
or is that Double
Double
Dare?
Dare.
Bro, crazy shit. It was fucking
Those are cool
super
shows.
fun.
You gotta go in the tongue and
You
shit.
can't say that on television. That was a show. You remember
Right,
that?
Right.
Where they would come out of the lockers and tell jokes.
Salute your
Hey,
shorts.
fucking-
Eric, how about
Salute your shorts.
Pete and
Like
Pete.
that.
Pete and
Oh,
Pete.
Pete.
Are we just fucking boring the fuck out of you right
No,
now?
no, I don't know any of these.
Not even way back.
These are all like old back in the. This is like 90s.
We're showing our age right now.
Yeah.
Me and Eric.
This is
And I'm
90s,
showing mine, you know?
90s
Yeah.
fucking Nickelodeon programming.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the first one. I was so into that. My kids are so into that shit now, but I'm like, damn, I used to watch this shit. It's the
Yes.
same exact thing that it used to be. Like, it looks exact. The acting is still
You
fucking
guys watch
corny.
Kikaida or what?
Did you know there's like
Yes.
40
Oh,
VR
the new
Troopers?
one? The new one? Wait, the new Kikaida? Fuck it.
What?
It's
New
like
Kikaida?
CGI. Is it? No, sorry. It's fucking, not Kikaida. Ultraman.
Ultraman.
Oh,
Ultraman.
yeah.
It's kind of fucking gory.
There's
and
like
shit.
40
G.I. Joe?
different fucking
Joe.
Power Rangers now. 40
There's
like
a ton.
versions.
I didn't even know.
Yep.
We
And you
just
know
got
who
the
fucking
Ninja Steel.
is still in it and fucking makes appearances and cameos?
Tommy.
Yup, and
Yep, Tommy the Green Power Ranger.
is beloved by the fucking
Yeah.
Comic Con and fucking anime community, dude. I saw one. My sons were watching some random like Time Warp Power Ranger, some random like version of it, right? And then I hear his voice. I'm like, what the fuck? And he
This
like
motherfucker
makes a
don't quit.
cameo. He's like, and playing Tommy. You know what I mean? It's like, holy shit, this is cool as fuck. My turn to nerd out.
Yeah. No,
Shit,
yeah.
unless he brings this fucking dragon out.
And then, you know,
wait, just say that again.
Tommy,
Oh,
Ain't shit
Tommy,
unless he brings the dragon out. I don't want
Tommy
no cameos
consistently
without the
showed
fucking
up.
dragon
He
or
would.
that Godzilla thing he had.
he would like make, and then,
Kick everybody's ass.
Remember the toys you could buy, like
yeah.
Power Ranger toys?
Did you know that whole fucking series was based only to sell toys and merchandise? That's the reason why they made it.
Never
the whole
had one
show
toy.
was a marketing plot. Like back in the day, that's what they
Damn.
used to do.
Smart.
Worked.
G.I. Joe, Mask.
G.I. Joe.
Remember the,
Fucking
the
worked.
the TV show Mask and the toys Mask? Transformers, all of these 80s cartoons, Ninja Turtles, all those
far back,
TV
now.
shows were made to sell toys. They were all just
Those were.
marketing.
All of them except Power Rangers.
Fuck a
I didn't
commercial,
care
watch
no
this shit for
toys.
30 minutes and then go buy your toys, kids.
I mean, how much people dress as a Ninja Turtle?
Fuck, I love the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
Show-
Me too.
I
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's this glass blower, and he specializes in fucking Ninja Turtle bongs. So he makes a dab rig of Krang. You know when Krang's in the fucking his suit?
Whoa.
The fucking, what is it called? The Terradome now. It's something dome, yeah?
Yeah, but he has the one.
Cyberdome,
You know
or-
when Krang's in that spider-looking thing? It's a capsule. Boop. And he's walking around. It's Krang's in there, dude, and you're taking a fucking big hit off Krang.
I'm good right now.
Dreams coming true, man.
Respectable.
He
Responsible.
makes Earthworm Jim dab rigs, like
Oh, Earthworm Jim.
perfect Earthworm Jim dab rigs.
Do you have any upcoming gigs? This episode isn't going to come out till a couple weeks, so like, but your reoccurring gigs at Irish Rose,
Yeah. Wednesday night.
Beautiful Waikiki,
Yep.
Ena Road.
Sometimes I play other nights too, but that's usually like more like spur of the moment, filling it in for someone.
Are you guys recording anything as a band?
So like the other guys have a band. Shout out to them. Kill Tuco. My bro
Shout out.
Connor. Yeah. Connor and basically like the dudes of that band and me, we teamed up and
Made an all-star crew.
Supergroup.
The Globetrotters.
we teamed up to like make this money at this and take this opportunity to make money doing what we love.
Fuck
Mhm.
yeah.
So and we're like, oh, it's not much once we split it up, but it's a start. And then when we get like more people to come, the bar pays us more
Right.
if
You
more
get a
people
cut.
come. Yeah. So please come to our shows. Every
Thursdays,
Wednesday.
right? Oh, Wednesdays.
Every Wednesdays.
Every
yeah.
Wednesdays, man. If you're in the area, check it out.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. I'm
Dude.
super high. Should we
Yeah.
end this?
Yeah, sure.
All
The
right.
donut's starting to form, so that's all this that we're smoking.
Oh, I forgot. He put shit in here. You said you were good at it. I just seen you take another one.
Yeah.
That's the power of weed.
You could drawn in.
It's Angel Das Holmes.
No, he put some wax in there.
It just felt right with the
Yeah.
flow. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Completed the circle.
Yeah.
Well, let's shout out your Instagram where people can find you on Instagram,
Yeah.
on social media.
Kalani, KALANI.KAPU. Kapu. And yeah. Just follow me there. I post some music stuff. I mess around making music. Yeah. So check it out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love your page, dude. I check it out. I'm like, oh, dude, this guy's jamming right now, man.
I should post more stuff, but I just
You're a busy
I'm
guy.
kind of I feel like I'm a critic. I'm a big critic of myself, you know? And I try to like climb that mountain and and I feel like I'm reaching a good point. A peak. But then every time, you know, like if you hike up like Wa'ahila, if you go up Wa'ahila or like Olumana, and it's just like peak after peak. So like, oh, are you going to the 3 peaks?
Yeah.
I heard these hikers at another hike say that. Oh yeah. Are you going to the 3 peaks? And I was just like felt like telling them, it's Olomana. But I didn't want to be that guy, you know.
Shit on their parade.
you
I was
going to
having such a
Turtle
good
Beach?
morning.
They're gonna fucking do a TikTok about you. And you find sir over there?
Oahu Garden Supply. 94150 Leo Leo Street, Waipahu, Hawaii, 96797. Open 7 days a week.
In beautiful Waipahu.
Majestic.
And myself on Instagram, Voices from the Planet. Go check it out on Spotify and all that shit. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you,
you.
Thank you for
Kapu.
joining us.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Next time. Thank you, production crew. Turtle Doves.
Yes.
Bud Naked. And
Check
thank
out
you.
Bud Naked's work. He's doing some good photography.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
What the fuck?
Fucking yeah, doing some macro photography. Working with other farmers out there. Fucking taking pictures of their work. So if you want to get your
Yes.
work exposed and brought up to its full potential, check out Bud Naked.
Yep.
Yeah. See you next time.
Peace.
Peace.